Do you know the money man who hosts on Locked On Big 12? Sounded better in my head. It's the best bets in the Big 12. This is Locked On Big 12.
You are Locked On Big 12, your daily podcast on the Big 12 Conference. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome to Locked On Big 12. I'm Drake Toll from America's #1 Big 12 podcast, Locked On Big 12. Thank you for making this show your first listen every single day. Last week, 4-1. I had multiple underdogs picked straight up, by the way, on the set of College Football Kickoff for Amazon Fire TV. You can watch that every Friday on Locked On Big 12, every Thursday on your Fire TV device, Echo device, all that stuff. Very fun. If you hit subscribe, I get to keep my job. Last week, we won lots of money picking the teams that were underdogs. This week, I've got some dogs in there again, and I think we can win money again. Our best bets of the week start with the Cincinnati Bearcats, plus 9.5. Do I think Cincinnati will win the game on the road against Utah? I don't know about all that, but listen to this. Remember, this is the same Utah defense that lost to BYU, special teams that lost to BYU. They're the number 104 team in the country against the rush, and yes, Cincinnati is without its leading rusher. However, this is a team that runs by committee. They have multiple players, 3 guys who've rushed over 500 yards. Brendan Sorsby is able to run the ball so effectively that I think he could be he will be a difference maker offensively in this game for Cincy. Number 4 EPA pass in the country. Now, it's a very good pass defense that the Utah Utes have. They are elite against the pass. I will absolutely give them that. However, not great against the rush. And Brendan Sorsby was the guy that kind of crushed. I said over 400. Is that what it is? Over 400 yards. So they have 3 guys rushing over 400 yards, maybe Cincinnati. So give me the Bearcats to at least cover 9.5 because of what their offense is able to do. The Utah Utes struggle against a running quarterback and the BYU Cougars. Do you remember that? I do. I think it happens again this week. They struggle enough. Utah probably wins 34-28. But it's maybe even lower scoring than that. Maybe we see this game go like a 27-21, 27-20, but 9.5, too many. Give me the Cincinnati Bearcats to cover that. This one, Houston and West Virginia. I'm going to continue to fade fade West Virginia as long as I'm able because they just don't look very good right now, and Houston's defense is so dang strong. Give me the Houston Cougars to win this game by more than 14 points. That 13.5, I believe I didn't even have to buy the hook there. Net EPA, that's an efficiency metric for West Virginia per play, is 113th in the country, number 129 offensively, number 73 defensively. Hold on to that 129 number, by the way. For Houston, their defense, number 32 against the pass, number 29 against the rush. West Virginia is bad at throwing the football and running the football. They're actually not very good at anything at all. They're not top 69. They're not top 69 in any category offensively from an efficiency standpoint. That's bad. Defensively, they're good against the run. Houston, not great running the football. 128th in the country in efficiency. So Houston's like, oh, the one thing you're good at, we suck at. So we're just not going to do that. We'll throw the ball all around the yard. This is an opportunity for Houston to win by 20, 21 points, get a convincing win to help boost their numbers in the College Football Playoff Committee's eyes before those rankings come out next week. That's what they're going to do. They're going to smother West Virginia. This could be a lower scoring game, 24-7, 27-10, but that is where Houston's going to cover 13.5. Another play of the week, and this may be my favorite bet all week long. West Virginia team total under 17.5. Under 17.5. I can prove to you why I think this is a very smart play for you and me. I'll be putting a lot of money specifically on this one. Nico Marquee is West Virginia's leading passer. Nico Marquee doesn't play for the team anymore. He's still their leading passer. He hasn't played for the team in weeks. Their offense isn't good. Let's look at their schedule in the context of the last 5 games. They are 0-5 in that stretch, by the way. TCU, they scored 17 points against a TCU defense that's not very good. UCF, they scored 13 points against a pretty good UCF defense. BYU, that game at BYU, they scored 24. A big portion of this is the only game in this 5 where they did not score. They did score, I should say, above that 17.5 number. Houston's the most elite defense that they've seen in a couple of weeks at least. And I'm going back to the Utah game. They only scored 14. That Kansas game was 10. And that BYU game, there were a couple turnovers for the Cougars that gave West Virginia the ball in the red zone or deep in BYU territory. 17.5 is too many. West Virginia will score 14, 10, 7, somewhere in that range. They're not going to score 18 points, in my opinion, here. My play of the week will be West Virginia team total under 17.5. Again, just one game in those last 5 where they've scored more than 17 points, and that was not fluky. Can't really say anything's ever fluky, but that BYU game, the Cougars helped them out by giving them the ball in the red zone. My next best bet, I think Iowa State -7 is the play now that we know that Sam Leavitt for Arizona State is out. This Arizona State team did not play very well at all without Leavitt last weekend, and I don't foresee them playing well. They didn't play well with Leavitt either, so let's be very fair to him and their roster. This is a game where Iowa State gets to play at home, another opportunity to possibly try to get everybody healthy and get right after the BYU loss. And the metrics defensively, 62 is not great for Iowa State, but the offense of Arizona State is 99th in the country throwing the football. They run the ball well, but Iowa State's rush defense is also pretty good. And then defensively for Arizona State, they're waning, man. They're a really bad rush defense, and Iowa State's picking it up, at least offensively running the football. Without your starting quarterback, for a team that already struggles to throw the ball, for a team that's going to have to rely on the run, and Iowa State can sell out for the run and kind of suffocate you the way that last week Houston was able to do to Arizona State in Tempe. Iowa State wins this game by 7 points. I think they win it by more. This is a 31-21 game. This is a 28-17 game. Iowa State gets the win at home. Their defense punishes Arizona State. And in the end, I'm going with the Iowa State Cyclones, our last best bet. This is the toughest one. I'm a proud Baylor Bear. I went to the school. I didn't pay them a single dime, which was good. I'm a proud Baylor Bear. It is homecoming weekend, and because of that, they're going to lose. I have been told by sources who I do not trust. Okay, can I say this? I've been told by sources that I do not necessarily trust that Dave Aranda will likely not have a job during the bye week next week. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen next week. This is one of the worst defenses in college football. They're ranked second only to Oklahoma State in the Power 4 for being worst defenses in college football. You're the number 2 worst defense. Like, number 2 is not a bad spot to be in, I guess. The offense of UCF has gotten better. 53rd in the nation running the football. They're 33rd in available yards percentage. Like, they're doing a good job of moving the football. They're throwing it okay. And then defensively, it's the number 1 pass defense in the country. Not a very good rush defense, but number 1 pass defense in the country. Last week, Sawyer Robertson was bad. He wasn't good at all in Baylor's loss. This week, I love Sawyer. I mean, like, friend of the guy. What a nice kid. But I don't have a lot of confidence after what I saw him do against Cincinnati on the road that he's going to be able to beat up a UCF defense that grades even better against the pass than when Cincinnati did. This is an opportunity with the crowd being hapless, with the Baylor Bears kind of giving up on their coach, with all the question marks and pomp and circumstance around firing Dave Aranda, for the Baylor Bears to just not show up, fall flat, lose the game. I'm taking UCF money line on homecoming in Waco. So your best bets this week: Cincinnati plus 9.5 at Utah. Houston minus 13.5 at home against West Virginia. West Virginia under 17.5 team total. Iowa State minus 7 against Arizona State. And then UCF money line to win the game at Baylor this week. Parlay them all together. Plus 3,025 are those odds. By the way, that UCF is plus 145 on the money line. I think I like that. $100 to $145. I like that a lot. Today's show is brought to you by FanDuel, of course, right? Like, it has to be FanDuel. FanDuel is exactly where I go during the NBA season, with the NBA being back. And then it's because there's no better place to make the action awesome than FanDuel. Even if you miss the start of the game, want to ride the hot hand, FanDuel has live bets on everything from who will score next to fourth quarter comebacks. Plus, you can even combine your live bets into a same-game parlay for a shot at bigger payouts. Keeps every game exciting. Right now, FanDuel is giving new customers $300 in bonus bets when your first $5 bet hits. So head to FanDuel.com to sign up and play your game with FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NBA. It's FanDuel. All right, that's it. Let's go win some money this week, huh? You, me, everybody. Woo! Money time. This has been, it always will be, Locked On. Thanks for making it your first listen every single day. Squad show comes out tonight, by the way. Dose Grande.